I know that there's children living in squalor all over Romania. I know there is. It's not just isolated to Transylvania. There are thousands and thousands of children living in squalor, not going to school and not having any hope.
The conditions that these families are living in Romania is disgraceful. There's children and babies and whole families living in single rooms with no access to any basic amenities. It's a problem spiralling out of control, and if not addressed, will just get progressively worse.
When I see babies and children living in squalor, in stables, where they've got no blankets and they have to sleep in straw and filth, I look at the situation and I just despair, because I don't know what to do about it. I don't know what the answer is.
I think one of the most frustrating aspects of all of this is how these people have been abandoned by the government, by the welfare systems. They're almost content to just leave the problem there, hide it away, and just forget about these people. And that's not fair on the children who are born into these environments. They shouldn't live in such terrible conditions and have no futures and no hope. When I first went to Jackodal, probably around 2 years ago, it was pretty much like any other poor families community. The houses were in very poor condition. The children didn't have any clothes or didn't have access to toiletries and things like that. But they were a very welcoming community. Even though they didn't have anything of value, they were good-natured people with good spirits. Despite all the grime and all the dirt, the children here really shined through. They really seemed to have something about them, and you could see that given the opportunity, they would relish it. They would really advance. And then Love Light built this project called the Jackodal Children's Project, and it was an inspiring project to me, because it wasn't just a case of turning up with some bags of clothes, saying goodbye and then leaving. They approached it from, we're going to make a difference here long term, we're going to build a future for these children. And so they started working on the living conditions, and they started to build new roofs on the houses. They put in toilets, and they're getting the children enrolled into school. And what they've achieved there is incredible. It really is incredible, because the families have really embraced it as well. They really understand that this is a long-term solution, and it just shows you that if you work with these people hands-on, and you generally care about them and generally want to make a difference long-term, you can do it. It's possible to do it.
Poverty in Romania is an epidemic, and unless it's dealt with by the EU by the Romanian government, with the help of NGOs, nothing's going to change. And Romania won't change, because these children are our future. They're the future of Romania.
I do strongly believe that the government and the European Union and the welfare systems need to look at the NGOs and look at the foundations like Love Like Romania, who are making a difference with a hands-on approach and putting these children back into schools, educating them and educating their families, and giving these people an opportunity in life and not just ignoring them and hiding them away.